the O.C.G, and you're playing, you guessed it, Assassin's Creed. Hey, how's it going?
What do you see?
Oh, yeah, I watched the launch of Spider-Man 2. Yeah, it does look fucking great, I have to admit. Although, surprisingly, I thought it was going to be Miles that snapped Peter out of it. It looks like it's going to be MJ, which I guess makes sense. It also looks like that's one of the main reasons why Harry is dying and has to become Venom. It's because the suit chooses Peter and not him. Which, honestly, sticks really true to the comic books. That's the way the symbiote works. Baby? I agree, that's fucking awesome. Yeah. Apparently not. We see Peter really being a dick, though.
Where is Hunayn?
I should check.
He owes me money.
I don't know. That's the caretaker of books.
Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. If you like what you see, you should follow me, like, and comment. Cost you nothing. Great for me.
يطلب منا ذلك في نهاية.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of like how they did that. How even though Peter is the one with the symbiote, he's not just the only one struggling with his darkness. Miles is also having to struggle against his inner darkness and letting go of the guy who killed his dad.
The library is guarded. Something must have happened.
Hey, did John call you back yet? He's still O.C.G. How many weeks is that? It's getting to the point I think we should insist. Hey, you! A word! Nothing to worry about. Huh? What? Face death!
Yeah, maybe. We keep having a pattern of tragic villains getting murdered, so maybe it might be the best if one of them actually does redeem themselves. Fuck. Forget what.
The caretaker of books. Something in his hand. Fabric. Torn from a woman's gown. But whose? He's dead. But he wrote Mansach in his own blood. I wonder. Strange fires and a dead caretaker. Horrifying. I should hurry. Better keep my eyes open. Guide me. They are vigilant. Best not go now, Enkidu.
Get a Marcus. Be happy. Only I have this. How much?
Sweet.
Attention. Bear the prisoner on Zahra's orders.
A prisoner? Here? That guard's like Enkidu. Enkidu can explore safely now.
Man, not had a good meal in days. Got our orders. Nobody goes in to see the guest. Wait. We'll have to do something. Honor says.
That person looks suspicious.
Some of this! Pathetic!
Fuck.
Your head will look good on a spear! Quickly!
Bitch!
That person looks suspicious. I should investigate.
God, I love Assassin's Creed, I really do. Oh god, this is so fun. God, please give me. You're doing something.
Don't kill me. Please. Give me more time. I almost cracked it.
Don't worry. I'm not here to kill you. What are you trying to crack?
The book? I said I couldn't. This is not a language I know, but she gave me no choice.
Who?
A woman named Zahra. One of the scholars here.
What is this book?
I was
What is
doing
it
myself
called?
like a devil knew.
The only thing I know is that it is written in a script unlike any other, and I have seen hundreds. The way Zahra talks, it's more of an artifact or relic than a book. I lied about my progress so they wouldn't kill me. I can't read a single word. I don't even know if it's a language.
Where can I find Zahra?
I don't know. She could be anywhere in the city. I just want to go home.
All right, get to safety before the guards return. Must be something here to help me. This book makes me uncomfortable. I will leave it here. This letter gives the location of the scholar Zahra's estate. This peculiar machine. I saw something like it in Ahmad's workshop.
Have gone.
This order letter mentions Harim. An innocent reference. Or something more sinister. Time to visit Zahra's estate and see if she...
God, I love the setting of this game. I really do. Assassin's Creed Mirage, I think it's fucking great. It's very, very similar to the older Assassin's Creeds. 2, 3, Brotherhood, but modernized. So if you didn't like the newer Assassin's Creeds, and you're like, man, I wish these were more like the older games, then Mirage is for you. I like the RPG Assassin's Creeds, but I also like the old Assassin's Creed, so it's nice to play a game that's more like those, you know what I'm saying? To change the pace. And they're trying to satisfy the whole fan base. They have people that like the Assassin's Creed RPGs really strongly, and then they have people that hate them. So they're now going to be alternating. They're going to do RPGs, and then they're going to do ones that are more like this, traditional Assassin's Creed games.
Better keep a low profile.
You have no business here. Wait!
It's also a very stealth-focused game. You can fight. Okay. You can fight physically, but you are heavily discouraged from doing so. Stealth is almost always the best way to go. So, you know, they definitely play up the assassin elements of it, that it's better to sneak around and stab them than it is to fight them up front. And I really like the whole kind of Persian thing they got going on. Well, Middle Eastern, but you get the point. This is in Baghdad. Nowadays, Baghdad is a fucking mess. But back in the day, Baghdad used to be one of the most prosperous cities in the entire world. It's actually sad, you know, seeing how far Baghdad has fallen. From fucking one of the arguably greatest cities in the world to fucking constant war zone. What are you gonna do? And because it's set in the Middle East, it definitely is rocking kind of an Assassin's Creed 1 vibe.
Time to meet the meat. Not getting through.
A Thamin member is near. Best keep to the shadows.
Stay sharp.
That being said, it is nowhere near as big as Valhalla or Odyssey or Origins. So, if you see here, this is literally the entire map for the whole game. It's definitely not small by any means, obviously, but it's like one region in Valhalla. This is much closer in size to the older games as well. But a lot of people bitch that Odyssey, Origins, and Valhalla were too long, so they're making the game shorter, I guess, is kind of going to that. And, you know, when I say shorter, I mean relatively so. It's still about 15 hours to beat this, and 30 to 40 to do everything. So it's not like it's fucking 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? It's a decent length. It's just Valhalla is like 100, 200 fucking hours. So it's relatively much smaller than Valhalla. It's still a pretty decent sized game. And it's hard to complain about them making it shorter, because that's what a lot of people were bitching that they wanted, so... Not to mention the fact that they're only charging $50 for this brand new, so they're not charging full price either. And like I said, 15 hours just to beat it, 30 to 40 hours to platinum it. It's a good length. It's not like, oh my god, I feel shortchanged. So...
Hold on, brother. Got that coward.
Yes, you will.
Nothing here for you. Hey, time to die!
I definitely like it. It takes a little bit to get going. The first few hours are kind of slow,
It's good to see you.
but it's great.
It's good to see you.
The key is done. Now on to my prize. I really should attend more parties.
Fuck, I didn't mean to do that. Let me load my autosave. I fucked up the bonus request by accident. I didn't mean to do that. Fuck. Okay. I see a guy. He's in red. my instinctual reaction is to shank the shit out of him. Gotta stop doing that. Gotta stop doing that. Shanks for the memories, even though they weren't so sweet.
Go somewhere else.
Okay, remember.
There is my key holder.
Strictly no stabbing. No stabbing.
It's good to see you.
What do you mean, like in general? Come on. I'm not sure, man. I have to think about that.
The things that pass for... these days.
Okay.
What was that?
Wait, just a...
Remember, don't kill anybody. Don't kill anybody.
There is my key holder.
It's good to see you. Help yourselves to refreshments. I insist.
Honestly, I'm tired of the whole fucking Lady Dimitrescu thing, man. Just getting so tired of that dude. Oh my god, she's big titty goth chick. She's really tall. Just so overplayed. I would say fucking Panem, man. Panem's got your back. I mean, I'm not gonna say she's not hot. I'm just saying, like, it just gets on my nerves, the sheer amount of sindage done for her. As well as the fact that she's fucking, like... If you play Resident Evil 8, Lady D and her daughters are seriously misandrists. Like, they hate men. They legitimately are sexist towards men. Nearly every line of dialogue is like, man thing. He touched me with his dirty man hands. Oh, I wanted to play with the man. Like, they are, like, aggressively sexist.
Zahra's estate, but nobody's home. Now is my chance to...
And I really like Resident Evil 8. I think Resident Evil 8 is an amazing game. I think it's one of the best Resident Evil games. And yet it's always, big titty goth vampire, big titty goth vampire, big titty goth vampire. Like, I understand people thirsting, but it's like, her fucking boobs and her being a tall woman have, like, literally overshadowed the entire rest of the fucking game. It sucks.
Survey the area.
Plus, I'm just like, I'm not, you know, it's okay to be like, oh man, that character's hot. But I will never understand people who obsess over fucking a video game character. I like real women. Especially like, you know, and I'm not trying to like shit on people who like anime and stuff like that. But honestly, women... Yeah, exactly. Eisenberg, he's great. You know, whatever floats your boat, floats your boat. You know, and I'm not gonna judge. I'm not gonna judge people. But I personally cannot get attracted to cartoon characters or characters that look like from anime. Anime chicks do not fucking do it for me. I'm attracted to real women. I want a woman that looks like a real woman. So some chick with like fucking pink hair and a super anime outfit, I mean, I think, oh, that's cool, but I'm not sitting there, oh my god, she's so hot. Like, there are people who legitimately obsess over fucking a fictional character. Like, bro, what are you doing with your life? Like fucking Lara Croft in Tomb Raider. Yeah, obviously Lara Croft is attractive. They designed her that way. But there are people who are like, they play the game simply because they think Lara Croft is hot. I'm like, really? I played Tomb Raider because I fucking like Tomb Raider. Not, oh my god, virtual boobies.
Go, Enkidu.
I even knew a guy who liked that, man. Fucking weeb. Sitting there, and he would get, like, hot and bothered by anime characters, and it was honestly, like, he was a little bit too into anime, if you catch my drift. And never mind fucking hentai. Okay? Okay, so let me put it like this. Okay? I understand why Japanese people like hentai. They are prohibited by law to this day from showing uncensored genitals. Even in porn. Even if you were a full fucking adult in Japan and you go and rent a porn movie, they blur out the dicks and the pussy and boobs. But they don't say anything about stuff that looks like a dick, i.e. tentacles. So they found a weird fucking workaround to show dick going in pussy. So I can understand why they're into it, because it like gets a loophole in their laws. But for people who can see regular porn, why would you choose to watch a fucking Squidward going to town on a girl? They watch fucking hentai because they have no choice. If they want to watch porn and see something that's not blurred, that's the only thing they can watch. People who can watch full porn and choose to watch hentai, I don't know, man. It's fucking weird. I mean, whatever floats your boat, but I'm saying I don't understand it. Yeah. Never mind the fucking problem they have with underage girls, okay? For many years, like I'm talking about till like I think last year or the year before that, so 1 to 2 years, the fucking age of consent in Japan was 12. So, they were like, you know, why are they so obsessed with little girls in Japan? Because they can just fuck a 12-year-old over there. It's not pedophilia to them. Yeah. Okay? Until, like, 2022, 2021, the age of consent in Japan was 12. And they just now raised it to 14. Oh my god, 14. So, people wonder, why are they so into little girls in Japan? Because they can fuck a 12-year-old girl. Or they could. Like, it's not pedophilia like it is considered over here. Okay. So, legitimately speaking, a 40-year-old dude could fuck a 12-year-old in Japan. And that's okay. It's kind of fucked. And I also, you know, everybody's like, Japan is so enlightened. Japan is so cultured. It's so much more classy than America. Yeah, well, we don't fuck fucking 12-year-olds here in America, so, I mean, at least we can say that. Fucking age of consent was 12 until, like, 2022. What is it, the fucking Dark Ages over there? Fucking 1857 marrying a 12-year-old? And then, people, you know what I'm saying? People wonder, why do they like these little girl-looking like characters? Because there's no stigma against pedophilia in Japan. They're totally cool bopping fucking kids. And honestly, it's kind of disgusting. It's not like America. It's not like the rest of the world, where pedophilia is frowned upon. They're pretty fucking fine with it. And honestly, I like Japan. I'm not like, oh my god, I hate Japan. But that is fucked up, and it's probably my least favorite thing about Japan. Also, if you're a woman in Japan, you're not allowed to go out after dark unless you're accompanied by a man. Even to this day, you are not allowed outside as a woman after dark. You can be arrested for it. So, they talk about how fucking civilized and advanced they are, and they don't let women go out after dark unaccompanied. Sounds kind of fucking backwards to me. Same with Canada, dude. I remember Canada was giving us shit during BLM 2020 over racism in America. They were giving us shit. And then I thought it was funny, sad also. Right after they were giving America shit for being racist, they found in a graveyard for Aboriginal children where they killed them and buried them. Aboriginal people are basically China's black people or Native Americans. Or not China, I'm sorry, Canada. Canada. And they found a mass graveyard of children. So they basically rounded up a bunch of mixed children and murdered them, executed them. And they have found several child grave sites, unmarked graves. Okay? So while Canada is sitting there thumbing their nose at us for racism, they're fucking rounding up colored kids and executing them and dumping them in unmarked grave sites. And they found like fucking 15 of those. So, maybe don't lecture somebody else about racism when you're literally fucking rounding up colored kids in droves and executing them. That's some Nazi shit. Like, legit Nazi shit. But everybody says Canada's so perfect. Canada's so much better than America. Well, last time I checked, we weren't fucking actively rounding up children and dumping them in a mass grave. Like, this is not, like, stuff that happened centuries ago, dude. This is literally stuff that happened 5 to 10 years ago. So well past the point where everybody knows it wasn't fucking okay, and we're having mass kid fucking burial sites. It's fucked. Or like, excuse me. Yeah. And excuse me for going on a little bit of a tangent here. But, so this happens all the time. Everybody wants to fucking shame America for our past. They want to say, well, you did this and you did that, and then they want to completely forget what their country's done or what other countries have done. Every time somebody brings up racist countries in the past, they always bring up America. Whenever somebody talks about slaves, they always bring up America. Do you think America is the only fucking place that had slaves? Bro, the whole fucking world had slaves. It wasn't an American thing. It was a fucking worldwide thing. Canada, France, Germany, Europe, Poland, fucking everywhere had black slaves. Everywhere. Africa had black slaves. Black people were buying other black people. But they only ever bring up America's history with slavery and act like the rest of the world didn't fucking do it. And I'm not, get me here, I am not saying that it was right. It was terrible. But you cannot call out one country for slavery and then ignore the 15 other ones that also did it. You can't pick and choose. You're either upset at all slavery or none of it. Well, it's bad for America to do it, but, over here, this country, I like them, so I'm going to ignore that they did it. No, it doesn't work that way. They fucking talk about reparations, okay? Legitimately, black people sold other black people into slavery. This is not a joke. Literally, black people started the black slave trade. African tribes in Africa would go of opposing tribes, or people they didn't agree with, or people they thought were dicks, and they would sell them into slavery. Black people started the black slave trade. And in fact, there was a huge amount of black people that fought to keep black people as slaves. There was this one tribe in Africa that made it a living off of slaving. They were a massive African tribe, and that is literally all they did was sell other black people into slavery. That was what they were known for. So, they fought to keep slavery alive. When the rest of the world was trying to abolish slavery, this African tribe fought tooth and nail to keep slavery going. They were willing to die to keep black people as slaves. These were black people. So, okay, alright, you want reparations, okay? Well, if we're gonna attack people for slavery, for buying slaves, you also need to look at the people that were selling them. Kind of like how when we bust people for drug dealing, we bust the people who bought the drugs and the people who sold them. And they never want to take that into account. The black community will endlessly berate people for slavery and talk about how shameful it was. And once again, it was fucking shameful. But they never ever say, you know, it was also fucked up that our own people sold us into slavery. They're always talking about holding America accountable for slavery. But they always talk about holding America accountable for buying slaves. But they never talk about holding Africa accountable for selling them. And it's two parts of the same problem. If they weren't fucking selling slaves, nobody could have bought them. So you have all these fucking assholes pretending that America is the only country that engaged in slavery, even though the whole world did. You have all these people demanding reparations and then completely ignoring the fact that their ancestors sold them into slavery. They can sit there and criticize my ancestors for buying slaves, but their ancestors who sold slaves get a pass. And it doesn't work like that. It shouldn't work like that. All slavery is bad. Buying slaves is bad. Selling slaves is bad. You can't pick and fucking choose who you're going to get onto. It's the same and all these other countries get a pass for it. You don't ever hear them talking about France's problem with slaves. You don't ever hear them talking about Germany's black slaves. You don't ever hear them talking about Europe's slaves. Anytime somebody mentions fucking slaves, it's America. Even though the whole fucking world did it. People literally think that slavery is an American thing. Like we invented it. Or we came up with it. Bitch, they were selling fucking black slaves before America existed as a country. Hundreds of years before America even existed, there were fucking black slaves. So how could it be an American thing? And yeah, once again, we partook in slavery. It was fucked up. We shouldn't have. Nobody should have. But you can't just pick one country to be upset about. Everybody did it. It was a worldwide problem. That's fucked up. So, it's fucked, man. It's fucked. And all these other countries get a fucking pass for stuff they did they shouldn't. Okay? Like, for example, everybody will bring up America's past. Okay? Everybody will bring up America's past. And then, they will fucking ignore other countries' horrible deeds. Like Italy. Italy sided with the fucking Nazis. No joke. Italy was full stop a supporter of Nazis. But you almost never hear anyone bring that up. They were like one of the biggest Nazi supporters, and yet they get a huge fucking pass for it. While other okay, what I'm saying is to this day, people are still holding Germany responsible for what Hitler did. Germany still has to deal with the stigma of the Hitler. But Italy doesn't, even though they were one of Hitler's biggest supporters, even though they were one of the main parties of the fucking Axis. Even though Mussolini, the president of Italy at the time, is considered to be almost as bad, if not as bad as Hitler. Or fucking Stalin. Everybody talks about the Holocaust. Everybody talks about the Holocaust, and as they should. But nobody ever talks about the Holodomor. Okay? Stalin killed just as many people as Hitler did, if not more. Stalin was just as much of an asshole, but you don't see fucking people constantly bringing up Russia's history. It's like everybody wants to constantly hold America's past in its face and say, look what you did. Look how shitty your country is. Your country sucks. And then they want to ignore all the fucked up shit that other countries have done. Or they'll sit there and they'll say, well, Americans took over this country from the Native Americans, and they took it by force. We're on occupied land. Yeah, we are. There's no doubt about that. But see, here's the thing. That is how the world worked. If you pick literally any fucking country, at one point or another throughout history, they conquered another country by force. That is what happened in olden times. Britain. Europe. God, Europe was like literally hundreds of kingdoms fighting each other, constantly waging war and constantly taking them over. One day it's this kingdom, another day it's that kingdom. The fucking Middle East. Every country in the fucking world was at one point another country that got taken over by force. And I'm not saying that what we did is fine. We did. We came in here, we killed the Native Americans, we fucking took this place over. But so many countries did that. And you know, once again, you can't be like, well, it's bad to take over a country by force. If America does it, and then not acknowledge the fact that like every other country did it. You don't ever hear about the fact that the Spaniards also tried to take over America. They tried to kill the Native Americans before we did. And the only reason they were stopped is because they caught smallpox and had to leave. You don't ever hear about that? Nobody talks about how Spaniards tried to kill the Native Americans. Rome conquered the whole world. Well, but when people mention Rome conquering the whole world, it's the mighty empire of Rome. Even though basically they did exactly what America did. They went into a region, they killed people, took their shit, and took over. That's the exact same fucking thing. So, you know, and it sucks because I love my country. I don't think America's perfect. Obviously, America's not perfect. There is not a fucking country in the world that is. But I'm so sick and tired of people constantly shitting all over my country, man, while giving other countries a pass for the same things. It would be different if it was something like different, but these other countries literally did the same shit, and nobody ever mentions it. Everybody just forgets when they do it, but when America does it, we never hear the end of it. If you have a fucking country that has never had slaves in its entire history, they can judge America. But if you're a country that had slaves, you don't have any fucking right to judge America for having slaves also in the past. Not to mention the fact that what happened in the past happens in the past. We can't be fucking constantly held responsible for something that our fucking great-great-great-grandfathers did.
It was necessary.
The people who partook in slavery literally haven't been alive in like 100 fucking years. Yeah, sorry, I'm not trying to rant or yell or get upset. It really upsets me. Like I said, constantly seeing my country get shit on. And then these countries that are shitting on my country literally did the same things they are criticizing us for doing. It is so fucking hypocritical. Or like Justin Trudeau. Man, he can eat a bag of dicks. He literally criticized America for racism. That motherfucker wore blackface. He wore blackface in like the 90s. When everybody knew it was wrong. This isn't like, well, it's the 30s or the 40s when it was okay to wear blackface. I'd have to do research. I don't know offhand, man. I have to look it up. Literally, Justin Trudeau can get up and he can sit there and say that our country is racist and attack America when that motherfucker wore blackface as a joke. Really? Bro, you don't have any room to talk. We've had a lot of presidents in America, and we've had a lot of fucked up presidents in America, obviously. But we've never had any fucking president who wore blackface. Well, I'm sorry, who wore blackface in modern times. There hasn't been a president in the last 100 years that wore blackface or thought it was okay to wear blackface. I mean, Obama is black, so it's not blackface. Blackface is when a white person puts black makeup on to make fun of black people. They're treating black people like it's a costume. Hell, fucking Trudeau is such a fucking tool. He literally, he had a press conference and he gave this old soldier a medal for fighting the Russians. Turned out the guy was a Nazi. The guy that he gave a standing ovation to, the guy that he gave a fucking medal to, was literally a Nazi. How could you be that dumb and run a country? How could you give somebody a medal and not fucking fact check them? Not doing research first. Like, that is one of the dumbest things I've seen a leader of any fucking country do. Like, that's fucking wild. Like, if you're gonna give somebody a medal, the least you could do is run a basic background check. People on the internet were able to find out that this guy was a Nazi in 15 minutes. And the president of fucking Canada, one of the wealthiest countries in the world, can't figure it out? Jeez. You know, and like I said, I'm not trying to rant. Dude, that's just crazy to me. These fuckers gave a Nazi a standing ovation. How fucking dumb do you have to be?
Steady yourself, Basil. Come on.
Say what you want to about America, man.
Near.
Say what you want to about America, man. But at least we didn't fucking give a Nazi a war medal and clap for him like a fucking seal. I wouldn't know, man. I've never made homemade apple juice. I don't actually drink apple juice very much either. I don't dislike it. I think apple juice is fine. It's just been a really long time since I had any. I've always been a fan of cranberry juice, though. Ah, fuck. It just depends on what flavors, man. I've tried a lot of them.
Is it my turn?
No.
Stop!
Oh, you know, that's good for you, man. I mean, there's plenty of stuff that causes kidney stones. Soda causes kidney stones, just like any kind of soda can cause kidney stones. Many other things can cause kidney stones. Acidic juice can cause kidney stones.
Hold on. Now you pay! I will not fail! That's it! Hear that crowd!
Honestly, man, there's health risks with just about everything you consume. The only people who can really afford to eat healthy or drink healthy are people that have money. I eat what I can afford to eat. And most of the time, the stuff that I eat is fucking grocery level slop that is terrible for you. Most of the time, I eat fucking canned raviolis that are loaded with salt and sodium and are terrible for you. Or eat fucking bologna that is also filled with sodium and is fucking terrible for you. Okay? So, if everything I fucking eat and drink is bad for me, I might as well fucking choose something that I like.
Taught you well, but be patient.
You can't take me!
What choice, man?
Alright, I'm going to take a brief break and I'll be back in a little bit.